Hey guys, in this video we're going to do a quick overview of Celsius and Fahrenheit and talk about where these equations came from to be able to switch from one to the other. Now, I am not a Celsius Fahrenheit expert, but I will tell you what I do know. So, Celsius is used basically everywhere except the United States. 0 degrees is where water freezes. That is the 0 degree mark in Celsius. Now in Fahrenheit, that is 32 degrees. In Celsius, 100 degrees is where water boils. That same temperature in Fahrenheit where water boils is 212 degrees. Now I know Celsius seems to make a lot more sense, right? So where did this Fahrenheit come from? Well, Fahrenheit was some really smart person that lived a long time ago. And the 0 degrees for Fahrenheit was where water freezed when it was a mixture of water and ice and a salt mixture. So basically you could simplify it and say the 0 degrees of Fahrenheit is where seawater freezes. And the scale went up from there. Now, obviously, we need to be able to switch between these sometimes. And it's not just right here. It might be like, oh, Fahrenheit is just 32 more than Celsius, right? But when we get over here, they're not 32 apart anymore. They're 112 apart. So what is the difference here? That's what we're going to figure out. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we are going to just treat these like ordered pairs. So we know for sure 2 of these, right? When Celsius is 0, Fahrenheit is 32. We're just going to use those as like ordered pairs as if we were graphing this. Now, when Celsius is 100, Fahrenheit is 212. So you can kind of imagine what this graph would look like. It's going to look something like that, right? It would probably be a bit steeper, let's be honest. But this is my Celsius. And this is my Fahrenheit. So from there, we just need to figure out what the equation of this line would be. And I have 2 points, so we can figure that out. So if I want it to be in point slope form, I'm going to have some videos linked here if you need a review on any of this stuff I'm talking about. We need the slope and the y-intercept. We can find all of those using these points. So if I want to figure out the slope and I have 2 points, I can do that. What we're going to do is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Again, if you're like, what is that? I will have a video linked for you. So we're just going to label these y1, y2, x1, x2. That's a 2. So we have 212 minus 32 over 100 minus 0, which gives me 180 over 100. And that fraction is going to simplify down to 9/5. So that is the slope. Now, what is my y-intercept? Well, we have it right here, right? It's that 0.32. So if I were writing the equation for a line that goes through these 2 points in slope-intercept form, I would say y equals the slope 9/5 x plus the y-intercept, so 32. That would be the equation of this line, right? I could plug in something for x, get y. Well, guess what? What did we say y was? That was our Fahrenheit. Degrees Fahrenheit equals 9/5 times x. X is our Celsius, so degrees Celsius plus 32. That is the equation that you use to convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit. It's just a linear equation, you guys. How cool is that? I realize you may not think that's as cool as I do, but it's awesome. So how do we get the other one? Well, all we have to do is solve for C instead of F. So we just need to get C alone. So in order to do that, I would go ahead and subtract 32 from both sides, right? And I would get degrees Fahrenheit minus 32 equals 9/5 degrees Celsius. Then I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. Get 5/9 multiplied on both sides. So then I'm going to write the degrees Celsius over here. Degrees Celsius equals 5/9 times degree Fahrenheit minus 32. And that is where those two conversions came from. Isn't that cool? All right, if you need some examples of me using these to convert the temperatures, I'll link a playlist in the corner for you. Thanks.